again, everyone. Todd Struch, the horror nerd, here at New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival at the Showboat in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And I have the distinct pleasure of standing here with my all-time 1980s crush, star of Better Off Dead, Diane Franklin. Diane, how are you?
Merci buckets, I'm very good, thank you.
So I see you here having a great time with the fans, as always. Welcome back to New Jersey HorrorCon. You were at the very first one. And I guess you had a good time because here you are back with us.
I love this convention, and I just want to say, if you're not here, you're missing out, because this is such a fun experience. I actually, it's the first convention that I have invited my husband to. It's because it's so good. It's super duper fun. The people are really nice, and you know, a lot of people think horror is kind of scary. Well, it is scary. It should be scary. But the people involved in horror are the nicest people. They're really sweet, and I'm just really glad to be back.
We try. We're lovable weirdos, right?
Yeah, fantastique. Or excellent. Totally excellent. All right.
Speaking of horror, you have been quite busy lately. You've been in a lot of movies, so
excited. All right, here we go. I have to make this point. So I did this movie a long time ago. Some of you may know. If you don't know, it was called Amityville: The Possession, and I was 20 when I did this film. And I played the daughter in the film. Well, lo and behold, years later, a filmmaker came up to me. His name is Daniel Ferens, and he said to me, I would like you to be in my movie. And this is going to be called Amityville Murders, and it is out this year. It's on Stars right now. So if you have, I guess Amazon Prime, it should be on Stars. And I play the mother, and this is Louise DeFeo. So I actually play the real person where this is based on a true story of the Amityville Murders, where a son murdered his entire family. So this film is very special to me. This is what the film looks like. But it's really special to me because Burt Young was in the film, and he played my dad in the film, in the first one. And now he plays my dad in the second one as well. So you get to see this really nice reunion between us. So it means a lot to me. This film is, I think it's the best work I've ever done in my whole life. But I do have to say the other films, you know, nothing can hold a candle to like Last American Virgin or Better Off Dead or Bill and Ted. Those are, I'm not taking away from it, but really great acting in this too. So yeah, and all the other actors in this are amazing. Like, so watch it.
I can't wait to check it out. It seems like movie night at my house is coming up.
Yep, it is. But remember, you know, I think this is pretty, I think everyone probably 13 and up can see it, kinda. But Amityville Possession, R-rated, or I don't know if you know what that means, M-rated. For those new people there, youngins, M, okay?
Rated M for mature.
Right, exactly.
So, you know, it's funny, you know, you're probably, I would venture to say, best known for the comedies that you mentioned, Better Off Dead, Last American Virgin, but you do a lot of horror. Is that something you are drawn to? Like, do you like horror movies?
I do like horror, but my personal favorite are movies that have a lot of suspense. I did this movie recently called The Final Interview, which I love this movie because it brings you back to visualizing what happens. So it's the most interesting film. I really loved working with the other actors. It was shot sort of like a play, and it was basically 3 actors, but the idea is that it's about a serial killer who's about to die in a few hours, and he gets his final interview from my ex-husband, a newscaster, and I play the TV director, and it's a kind of an alpha male story, but I find it really fascinating because when the audience watches it, they had to visualize everything that was said, so it's not spoon-fed to you. So I think that's kind of interesting too. Like right now, a lot of horror is very visual, and it's sort of like almost like the audience goes, "Oh yeah, well that's just stage makeup," or "Oh yeah, that I don't believe it." So this film actually made you work a little harder. But I have a tremendous amount of respect for horror films. One is that I think that they're the major place where actresses who are older can have really juicy roles, which is something that's not given on television and film in general. So I really am excited because I know that I could get a really good, emotionally juicy role doing horror. And then also, I think what's great about horror is, I mean, it's universal. Everyone understands it. You see it, you feel it. So it unites the world emotionally. So you can come from any country and you can enjoy it, whether you watch in America, Russia, China, whatever. You're going to still have the same emotion. And then the last thing I like about it is, again, the people are wonderful in it, and it brings out creativity. I mean, you have to be very creative to do the makeups, the story. I don't know. To me, it's never-ending, wonderful genre.
That is awesome to hear. I feel, I myself have been involved in indie horror films, and we sometimes feel horror just doesn't get the respect that it deserves among genres, right? How do you respond to that?
Oh my gosh. Well, let's just face it. The amount of people that love horror have gotten the A-list actors and A-list filmmakers to rethink if they should be doing films like this, because it is such a magnetic energy. And so it's just fascinating when I start seeing horror films with big name actors, because I go, look, you can't be snubbing it. It's not just, I mean, they'll maybe look at it and it brings an audience, but you can bring respectable work to any genre. You really can. I mean, you can bring respectable work to parody. You have a parody, but let's all, I think anybody in the entertainment business, let's rise and bring our excellence to everything we do. And we don't have a lot of time. The business now is much faster than it used to be. We used to have months to prepare and to get ready. But maybe that's the challenge. Do your work and do your skill before, so when it is your opportunity, you're ready to go. So let's bring the excellence. I've seen some amazingly excellent horror films, and in all genres, sci-fi. I really want to do sci-fi. If you're out there and you have a sci-fi movie, submit it to me. I want to do sci-fi. I haven't done one in a while. So.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, if you're into doing some local, low-budget indie horror, indie sci-fi. Let's talk about that.
Sci-fi. I'm in.
Yeah, that's my cameraman back there is raising his hand frantically, so we can work on that.
Yeah, Star Trek-y, super, futuristic. Get me in there. So.
Fantastic. So, Diane, one last question for you. I don't want to keep you here from your fans. They always line up to meet you because it's such a great fan experience, to hang out with you. What advice would you give, to any aspiring actor or actress trying to make it today and trying to come up today? What would you say to them?
I would say this. The business is as crazy as ever. It's a freelance lifestyle. So what you have to do, and don't kid yourself that all the other actors who are making it haven't done this or even aren't doing this, and get yourself in a place where you're, as an actor, putting it out in many directions. Commercials, theaters, soap opera, film, modeling, anything you can do, just put it out there. And remember that, no one knows what you can do, so you must show them what you can do. You can't expect somebody to go, oh, well, I'm just that person be perfect for this. You have to show them. So that's why, if you do theater, you do anything, even if you do sketches or your own YouTube channel, whatever, you've got to be the center, and no one's going to know your gift and your voice more than you do. So why not take advantage of that? And as somebody who was acting in the 80s, we didn't have that opportunity. We really didn't. It took a very, very long time to create a career because we didn't have the opportunities of filmmaking and doing all that. And I really commend a lot of young people out there who are making their own YouTube channels and doing their own stuff, and young actors, because they don't know any different. They were raised in a generation of computers. So create your own content, keep moving forward, don't give up. And don't expect other people to get you. Show them who you are, okay? Don't expect somebody to figure you out who you are. Say, this is me, and I'm going to put it out, and eventually you will connect with the people who get you. You don't need the people who don't. That's okay. There's a lot of people out there, so you want to be connected to the people who get you, all right? So go out there and then let me know how it goes, all right?
Words of wisdom from Diane Franklin, everybody. Diane, words of wisdom. Thank you so much for giving me some more of your time. It is always a pleasure to see you at these events. Thank you so much. Diane Franklin, everybody, at the New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival down at the Showboat in Atlantic City. And we will see all of you in the next interview.